What is up, guys, and welcome back to another portfolio review. I'm coming back to you guys from all-time highs once again. We have set an all-time high in my account every single week of 2025. This has been an absolutely insane month and a half, so I am glad that you guys are here to see all this. I do want to let you guys know that I do have a free Discord link down in the description down below where you guys can join up and join over 500 plus profitable members down there. And then also make sure you guys do like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get right into it. You can see my portfolio is currently at $48,457. I am recording this on a Sunday, so this is my after hour profit from Friday. But you can see I was up $607 in the after hour. And then going over to the week here, you can see that we made around $5,041 this week for around 11% of my portfolio. For the most part, pretty straight up. We were down around $2,000 on Wednesday, it looks like. So actually a pretty good drop. I didn't even remember seeing that. But going over to the monthly here, we can see that we are now up around 27% or around $10,500 in this account, guys. This is so awesome to see, especially when we go over to the year to date. You see it increases even higher, up to around $11,500 in profit for around 31% of my account. This is just a great return, and it's been a great year so far. But going over to the S&P, I do want to first compare myself to the market. See that we have done 31% year to date, while the S&P itself has only done 3.46. So this is great to be outperforming the market. That is what I strive for, and that's what most investors like you guys self are striving for. So we can go ahead and jump right into my positions here, and we're going to start this off with Tesla, which I do want to quickly hit on because it is one of my only positions that I am red on, and this is one of my larger positions. I am slowly working my way out of Tesla. I actually am not the biggest fan of the way things have been run recently. I'm not a big fan of the jumping between businesses, as well as, just the political views in general. Not his views, but the way they're portrayed. I just don't think I want to be involved with all the Twitter stuff, no matter what the view is. But I am slowly working my way out of Tesla. I did have a pretty good price, and I sold my tax lots. That's why it looks like I'm down so much. I really did sell for a good bit of profit. And then this is just what is left of my tax lots from my shares that were at a higher price. But not too much to talk about Tesla there. I'm just slowly working my way out of that position. But getting into my main holdings here, we can see that we have Nvidia here. I bought Nvidia about 2 weeks ago, and we actually almost sniped it right at the low. I got my average cost in at $119, and we're currently sitting at around $140. Getting ready to go into earnings, and we are up around $600 on this position, or around 16.11%. I do have around 30 shares for a market value of around $4,150. So this is a pretty strong position for me. But here is where it gets fun, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump right into Hood, where I do own around 125 shares at $40.40. Now, Hood has been absolutely ripping recently, blowing through earnings and getting up to around $65.20, netting me a return of 61% here for around $3,094. And I was up around $175 of that on Friday. Now, this does bring me to a market value of around $8,150, and I'm really liking Robinhood. They actually had a lot of good price target increases from analysts up to around $105 to around $125 at the high, which would obviously net me with around a 2x return. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the growth keep coming in with this company. So let's go ahead and jump into another stock here, which is actually a pretty interesting case right now. I think that Oklo is in the third wave, moving down to its fourth right now. So I'm actually looking to find an area where I can maybe buy some shares and get my average even a little bit higher up, which I know normally isn't the idea, but with the way this company has been trading, I do think that we still see around 75 to 76 as our next price target, and maybe even into the mid 90s to maybe scratching 100 by the end of the year. This is a very, very new company, so a market cap of only $6.3 billion can really increase and explode. So I am up around $2,500 on this position for around 97%. This stock was up to around $60 at one point. So we are down a little bit from those lows at around 57. So I do expect this stock to move down to around 45, 46, and then start that fifth wave higher to around 75, 76, maybe getting some extension up higher to around that $100 range, like I said. But that was Oklo from me, where I do own around 100 shares. Now getting into HIMS, my best position, guys. HIMS has been absolutely exploding for me. This week alone, HIMS was up 40%, and year to date, HIMS is actually the best performing stock on the market behind Tempest AI, that stock that Nancy Pelosi bought. HIMS is up 147% year to date, and that is after selling off around 7% from those highs on Friday morning. But you can see now, I do have a return of 140.94%. So that is just a great return where my average price is $25.32. This has netted me a profit of around $7,100 $136, guys. That is just an insane return. I am so happy with this investment. I've been talking about HIMS since 2024 summer. That has been about 6 months where I've been talking about HIMS back when it was in the low teens. A lot of my Discord members have been remembering this stock, and a lot of my Discord members have even lower averages than I do at around $19 to $22. But this does bring my market value for this company to around $12,200 on the dot. So I'm very happy with HIMS, of course, and the way it has been looking. Now, getting into one of my newer positions, this is going to be ASTS. I'm working my way into this company, but I already have a pretty strong return where I have around 100 shares at an average price of $27.79. And you can see I'm up around $441 on this stock for a return of around 15%. So this has been a really great company for me so far. I really do think that they have a lot of good stuff coming out. I do actually really like this company financially. They haven't turned profitable, but I really do like their outlook and their guidance that they're having. And this stock is up 52% year to date. I wish I would have bought it back when it was at its lows, had the chart drawn out, had my targets set, and I just didn't have the money to put into it yet. But I did finally end up getting in, and you can see I still have a pretty good return. And I do expect this stock to see $56, $57, $58 by their next wave. Move down for a fourth wave, probably retesting, that 48 to 45 level, and then once again moving higher to around 75, 76. I think this stock looks a lot like Oklo did about 2 months ago before they did go on that 150% run. And you can see we've really already seen about 70% of that right here. So I can't really, I can forecast out that there is some more left on the table, and that is why I've grabbed some ASTS. Moving into my final stock here, we probably have my most interesting holding, which is going to be Oscar Health. I do own around 575 shares of Oscar Health. This is probably my most bullish position I have for 2025, and we did just have two major insider buys come in for this stock, with Michael Burry and Soros both buying up around 800,000 shares combined. So that gives me strong conviction that the stock will start moving higher. They did just finish a wave 2 move down to around $12.75, and since then have bounced heavily off of that and came back up to around this $14-$40 range where we are right now. And this stock was up 7% in the after hours following Michael Burry's trade news that he ended up picking up some shares of this stock. So nonetheless, I'm down around $300 on this stock, but I did make around $740 on this stock, so I am coming back a little bit. I do expect Oscar Health to have a price target of $45 by around late summer, and then pushing into 2026, I think maybe this comes, right at the end of 2025 or around this time next year. I do think that we can see highs in Oscar Health around $70. In my opinion, this is a HIMS 2.0 type stock. We have a really good cup and handle here on the 5 hour, and I've made multiple videos on Oscar Health. So if you guys have not seen that and want to get my trade thesis behind this and why this is my most heavily weighted position behind HIMS, go ahead and check out my videos. I have the links for that at the end of the video, and then also just go ahead and join up through the channel. But that is going to be it from me, guys. We have made an insane, $12,000 basically from this year, and we're only a month and a half in. I cannot wait to see this keep grinding up, and I cannot wait to hit $50,000 by the end of this week. And I do really have strong conviction that we will do that. So make sure you guys do stay tuned. I will have a very special video out once we do hit that 50K mark. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe down below, and then go ahead and join up through that free Discord where you guys can get our latest stock plays and picks.